Hey YouTube, welcome back to a brand new Animal Crossing video. There's a rumour circulating that the next Nintendo Direct is set to air sometime during the launch period of the Nintendo Switch 2, so in a couple of weeks time. And this got me thinking, could this be the time Nintendo decide to announce an enhanced version of Animal Crossing New Horizons? Personally, I'm still optimistic it will come eventually, so what features or enhancements could we eventually see? Of course, if you enjoy Animal Crossing content, be sure to leave a like on the video before we get started, as it helps the channel out a bunch. And let's jump straight in. Number 1. MouseCon. If Animal Crossing New Horizons was lucky enough to see an enhanced version for the Nintendo Switch 2, then it would almost certainly have to utilise some of the awesome new Nintendo Switch 2 hardware, specifically the mouse-like Joy-Con 2. As you've probably seen, the Joy-Con 2 add a whole new way to control games on the Nintendo Switch 2 using mouse controls. And if mouse compatibility was added to New Horizons, it could help enhance a few features. The two that come to mind are when designing custom patterns in the pattern editor or drawing on the bulletin board on the plaza outside the resident services. Using mouse controls could make it much easier to draw things in Animal Crossing New Horizons, especially when docked, for example. Mouse controls could even assist when terraforming, but maybe that would be too much of an upgrade. Let me know if you could see mouse controls working with New Horizons in the comments below. Number 2. New Islands. An enhanced version of Animal Crossing New Horizons would almost certainly need all new content or areas to explore, and I think adding new islands would be the perfect way to do this. Animal Crossing New Horizons already has both Nook Mile Islands and Capping Boat Tour Islands that could be expanded upon. Whether you're spending Nook Miles on Nook Mile tickets or spending them with Capping, imagine having a bunch of new islands to try and track down every day and explore. They could add new islands filled with ruins like those found in Happy Home Paradise, or new flower islands and bring back that hybrid island, for example. Or who knows, maybe we could see actual random builds or beautiful overgrown gardens and forests. Speaking of overgrown gardens, I'd like to thank today's sponsor, Merge Gardens. Merge Gardens is a super cozy and relaxing match 3 puzzle game that I know you'll love, because your mission is to restore a beautiful overgrown garden into a peaceful paradise. This satisfying merge game offers ever-growing collection of items, puzzles and hidden treasures to discover. So whether you want to build your own garden, admire the different types of wildlife, or solve mysteries by freeing people trapped as topiaries, Merge Gardens is definitely for you. Merge Gardens is available on both mobile and PC, and the way I've been playing is during my work breaks while my computer is busy rendering videos, but this game is perfect for commuting or simply when winding down at the end of the day. Merge Gardens is filled with stress-free gameplay with no pressure. It's actually super cozy and the perfect game for cozy gamers on the go. So are you ready to start landscaping your dream garden? Click the link in my description or scan my QR code on screen, download Merge Gardens today, and as a new player get free coins and resources for a super easy start. Join millions of players already enjoying this relaxing experience. Thank you again to Merge Gardens for making today's video possible. Number 3. Relocate KK Slider. Something that has always felt unfinished about New Horizons is the fact that KK Slider visits the plaza but never got his own stage. If you didn't know, in both Wild World and City Folk, KK Slider held his concert inside the Roost on his very own stage. It was super cozy. I'm sure one very welcomed enhancement to Animal Crossing New Horizons would be to see a slight upgrade to the Roost to add a stage and finally get KK Slider out of the way of those resident services doors and off the plaza. Number 4. Post Office. We've touched on areas around the New Horizons island that feel like they're either unfinished or missing something in the past, and one of those is Dodo Airlines. For some reason, sending mail using the postcard stand is very underwhelming, and simply sending mail to villagers has lost its charm when compared to previous installments. If an enhanced version of New Horizons ever existed, I don't think an upgraded Dodo Airlines would be out of the question, and convert the empty space to the left into a small post office desk to see the return of Pelly and the Pelicans. Pelicans and dodos can work together, right? This would add something fun to work towards and bring back the charm of writing letters. Number 5. Megaphone Tool. Looping back around to utilising new Nintendo Switch 2 hardware, I think we could see a new tool, or at the very least, new functionality added to the megaphone items. The Nintendo Switch 2 includes a built-in microphone which will be used with the new game chat feature. However, I'm sure it will be used for various games too, just like the Nintendo 3DS did back in the day. And something that was really fun in New Leaf was using the built-in microphone to call out to your villagers to find out whereabouts they were in your town. If an enhanced version of Animal Crossing New Horizons launched and it made use of new hardware, it would be awesome if the megaphones we already have in the game made use of this. Number 6. Nooks Upgrade. Something else I've mentioned in the past is the lack of Nooks Cranny upgrades in Animal Crossing New Horizons compared to previous versions. So naturally, if a new version of New Horizons was released for the Nintendo Switch 2, a new upgrade to Nooks Cranny would be a fantastic goal to work towards. There's already theories out there that the space around Nooks hasn't been utilised to its full potential compared to other buildings, so maybe this is why. If we did, it would be amazing to see Gracie Grace return upstairs with a long list of high-end furniture items worth saving bells for. Number 7. Fast loading. We can't discuss a potential enhanced version of Animal Crossing New Horizons without theorizing that the entire game would see higher frame rates that are more consistent and a reduction in loading times, much like the free patches several other Switch games are getting. New Horizons will naturally load faster anyway, but having it fully optimized for the Nintendo Switch 2 would be amazing and finally remove that unsightly lag from heavily decorated islands. Number 8. Nook Miles. I can't imagine many people have fully 100% completed every single Nook Miles challenge available in Animal Crossing New Horizons. I know I haven't, and I've had tons of islands and put thousands of hours into them. But something fun and easy to add to the game would be a new batch of Nook Miles to work towards. Who knows, maybe they could even bring back the nature-themed Nook Mile Plus goals they previously removed for some unknown reason. Number 9. Seasonal Events. Now, if Nintendo did go down the road of releasing an enhanced version of New Horizons, it would likely focus mostly on features, items, and hardware upgrades, rather than lots of content. So adding new holidays, such as Bunny Day or even the wedding season, is probably out of the question. However, adding more seasonal events and a wave of new seasonal items could be something fun to add and add another year's worth of items to obtain, assuming we didn't time travel. Number 10. Gyroid Storage. Okay, so this is more of a want than a need, and it's probably not feasible, but something I would love to see and something I think an enhanced version of New Horizons would benefit from would be some kind of gyroid storage system. In past games, Brewster has held onto gyroids for us, keeping them out of our storage and a separate goal or side quest if you like to work towards. So either utilizing Brewster somehow or adding a room to the museum in New Horizons specifically to store our gyroids would add another reason for players to want to collect them, and the perfect feature to add to a new version to get people playing again. If you made it to this point in the video, be sure to post enhanced in the comments just to let me know you did, and be sure to include what other features you'd like to see in an upgraded version of New Horizons if Nintendo ever decided to release one. I'd love to know. Don't forget to check out Merge Gardens to explore some whimsical and cozy gardens. Click the link in my description or scan my QR code on screen. Download Merge Gardens today to get free coins and resources for a super easy start. It's totally free to play. Thank you so much to the Patreon and channel members for supporting this content. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.